For 3 years, Ukraine has fought relentlessly to resist Russia's invasion. But now a new development is shifting the balance of the war, one that even the US didn't anticipate. Finland, a country that shares an 800-mile border with Russia, is stepping up in a major way, making a military move that has caught everyone off guard. After decades of neutrality, Finland has fully committed to supporting Ukraine by sending its largest ever military aid package. But this isn't just another routine donation of old stockpiled weapons. This time, Finland is supplying newly produced, state-of-the-art military equipment. This move isn't just about helping Ukraine, it's a clear message to both Moscow and Washington that Europe is no longer waiting for the US to dictate the outcome of this war. Instead, Finland and other European nations are taking matters into their own hands. But what exactly is in Finland's latest aid package? Why is it happening now? And how will it impact the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia? Let's break it all down. What's in Finland's military aid package? Finland has been supporting Ukraine since the beginning of the war, but previous aid packages primarily consisted of stock deliveries. Military equipment taken from Finland's existing arsenals. These older Soviet-era weapons were useful because Ukraine's forces were already trained to operate them, requiring little additional preparation or logistical adjustments. However, the latest announcement from Finland's Ministry of Defense marks a significant shift. Instead of sending surplus equipment, Finland is now directly ordering new weapons from its defense industry, ensuring that Ukraine receives freshly manufactured, modern military technology. This decision carries two major implications. First, Ukraine will receive advanced battlefield equipment designed specifically for high-intensity warfare rather than outdated second-hand weapons. Second, Finland's arms industry is now actively engaged in producing military equipment for Ukraine, creating a long-term supply chain of modern weaponry. While the exact details of the aid package remain classified, Finnish officials have hinted that the equipment being sent is critical for Ukraine's next phase of the war. This suggests that the package could include advanced artillery systems, cutting-edge armored vehicles, and battlefield technology that will give Ukraine a much-needed advantage. Why this shift matters beyond just weapons. Finland's decision to invest in newly manufactured military aid instead of simply donating old stock is a major shift in European military strategy. This move signals a long-term commitment to Ukraine, indicating that Finland is prepared to sustain military aid beyond short-term needs. Unlike older stockpiled equipment, newly built weapons ensure a steady, reliable supply that can keep Ukraine's forces armed for the foreseeable future. Additionally, Finland's actions strengthen NATO's collective response. Since joining NATO in 2023, Finland has been increasingly involved in the alliance's strategic planning, and this aid package reinforces NATO's broader goal of ensuring Ukraine remains capable of resisting Russian aggression. But beyond military strategy, this decision also reflects a growing trend in European defense policy. With the US temporarily pausing some military aid to Ukraine, European countries like Finland are stepping up to take a more active role in sustaining Ukraine's defense. This move highlights a larger shift. Europe is no longer waiting for Washington's leadership and is instead taking independent action to maintain Ukraine's military capabilities. How Finland's aid could change the battlefield. With the exact contents of Finland's aid package still undisclosed, military analysts have speculated about the types of equipment Ukraine is likely receiving. Finland has a strong defense industry, and some of its most advanced systems could prove extremely valuable in the war. The Patria AMV, Armored Modular Vehicle, for example, is one of the most versatile and well-protected combat vehicles available today. If included in the package, these armored carriers could provide enhanced battlefield mobility and survivability for Ukrainian troops. Finland is also known for its highly effective artillery systems, and there is a strong possibility that modern howitzers or precision-guided long-range artillery are part of this latest shipment. Another area of interest is Finland's Tremos mobile mortar system, which is designed for rapid deployment and repositioning, perfect for Ukraine's fast-moving front lines. In addition, Finland's contributions could extend beyond just vehicles and artillery. The country has developed advanced reconnaissance drones, battlefield radar systems, and counter-artillery sensors, all of which could significantly enhance Ukraine's ability to track and neutralize Russian forces. If these technologies are included in Finland's latest aid package, they could greatly improve Ukraine's ability to defend its territory and conduct precision strikes against Russian positions. Finland's military-industrial strategy, a real-world testing ground? Beyond simply providing weapons, Finland has also reportedly been testing advanced military prototypes in Ukraine. This is part of a broader trend. NATO countries have been using Ukraine as a testing ground for modern warfare. The war has provided valuable combat data that helps refine weapon systems, tactics, and technology. One of the most important lessons learned from the war is that artillery is evolving, not becoming obsolete. Western militaries initially believed that long-range precision strikes would replace traditional artillery, but the war has demonstrated that mobile, rapidly deployed artillery remains a critical factor on the battlefield. Finland's military industry may be sending cutting-edge prototype weapons to Ukraine to test them under real battlefield conditions before finalizing full-scale production. The Patriot AMV and Tremos mortar systems could be some of these test weapons, giving Ukraine the first access to Finland's latest military technology. Finland's arms manufacturers benefit from this arrangement by gaining real combat feedback, which helps refine future military production and strengthens Finland's own defense capabilities. Finland's unique role in the Ukraine war. Finland's involvement in the war is not just about helping Ukraine, it's also about protecting its own security interests. Finland's 800-mile border with Russia makes it one of the most vulnerable NATO nations if Russia were to escalate the conflict. The country also has a long history of conflict with Russia, most notably during the Winter War, 1939 to 1940, when Finland fought against the Soviet Union and lost territory. This history still shapes Finland's defense policies today. More recently, Russia has attempted to destabilize Finland by pushing migrants across the border in an effort to create political pressure. Finland responded by closing major border crossings, but the incident highlighted how easily Russia can attempt to manipulate Finland's internal security. By actively supporting Ukraine, Finland is ensuring that Russia remains occupied on the Ukrainian front, reducing the chances of Moscow turning its attention to Finland and other NATO members. Conclusion: what comes next? Finland's largest ever military aid package to Ukraine marks a turning point in both the war and Europe's defense strategy. Ukraine is receiving modern, newly built weapons, ensuring it stays armed in the long term. European nations are stepping up their military support, reducing reliance on the U.S. Finland's own security is driving its support for Ukraine, ensuring Russia remains distracted. But will Finland's aid be enough to change the tide of the war, and how will Russia respond? Finland's move could be the beginning of a much larger shift in European military policy, one where Europe takes full control of its own security. What do you think? Will Finland's military support make a real impact? Let us know in the comments.
Subscribe for more military and geopolitical breakdowns.